Well, we knew it wouldn't take long, and it didn't. Apparently, Deadpool and Wolverine has passed the $1 billion mark, making it an official box office juggernaut. Let's take a couple minutes to dive into the latest box office reports, where this movie looks to end its run, and why I think it's far from over yet. Well, we knew after opening weekend, Deadpool and Wolverine was absolutely going to hit that $1 billion mark. And it appears Marvel Studios' first R-rated project has now officially passed the huge box office milestone. Now, at this point, the movie has brought in almost $495 million domestically. Along with its international markets of $535, it now puts the Sean Levy project at $1.03 billion worldwide. This means the movie's all but assured to pass the Joker's 1.06 and become the highest grossing R-rated film in cinematic history. Not only that, it's also the second movie this year that Disney has seen break $1 billion, with the first one being Inside Out 2. And despite a lot of success and close calls, this is the first MCU installment to break the $1 billion mark since Spider-Man No Way Home. So this is a whole series of successes for Marvel Studios, and it's well needed. And it's definitely long overdue. As many of you know, Marvel Studios really hasn't had the easiest of times recently, with some movies underperforming, like The Marvels, which actually was the lowest grossing film they've ever done, and Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, which although did eke out a couple of $100 million, definitely didn't recover its budget and absolutely missed the mark on expectations from the studio. Now, as far as Deadpool and Wolverine go, you have to ask what's happening next. Once you hit that $1 billion mark with a big B, well, something's going to follow it up. And that's the big question for both Deadpool and Wolverine. Now, Ryan Reynolds has joked he can't come back or his wife would divorce him, but I absolutely believe we will see the character again. And the odds on him, as well as Hugh Jackman's Logan and that massive supporting cast showing up in Secret Wars, well, that feels all but assured at this point. And I am absolutely positive that Wade Wilson's Earth 10,005 is going to be front and center when we finally see all these multiverses fall into a giant incursion event. So where does the Deadpool and Wolverine train finish up? Well, I think it's got a few more really great weeks in it. If I'm making any predictions, I think this movie is going to land somewhere at 1.4, maybe even 1.5 billion, but I seriously doubt it'll cross the $2 billion mark. $1.5 billion is a massive success and nothing to sneeze at, and I feel pretty strongly the movie's going to have a couple more weeks of strong box office performance before it finally tapers off. I'm glad to see Marvel kind of getting back on top. This movie absolutely deserves the success that it's getting. It was a ton of fun. I've already seen it twice and probably will catch it again this weekend. I am curious on how many times you guys have seen Deadpool and Wolverine, and if you plan on seeing it more. Sound off in the comments below.